Evening. This is the Londonderry Town Council meeting for Tuesday, February 17, 2026. Everyone, please stand for the pledge.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, up first tonight, we have the introduction of our new fire chief. Ms.
Thank you,
Karen?
Mr. Chair. So I have the pleasure this evening of introducing our new fire chief, Chief James Young Jr., who officially began his role today with the town. Chief Young brings more than 27 years of experience in fire service and most recently served as fire chief and emergency management director for the town of Orange, Massachusetts. Throughout his career, he has demonstrated strong leadership in emergency operations, budgeting, labor relations, and long-range planning, while also securing significant state and federal grant funding to modernize equipment and improve service delivery. I'd also like to note Chief Young's recent achievement of being conferred in the designation of Chief Fire Officer by the Center for Public Safety Excellence Commission on Professional Credentialing. This is an honor held only by 2,196 individuals worldwide. So on behalf of the town, we're pleased to welcome Chief Young, and we look forward to working with him in his new role. So come on up, Chief.
Please, come up. Congratulations.
You need a mic.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you very much. It is a pleasure to be here. First day was a little bit much, a lot going on, met a lot of new people. I just want to apologize if I don't remember your name right away. Please don't hold it against me. I'm doing the best I can to learn all of the names and put faces with names, but it is an honor and a privilege to be here in the town of Londonderry. Thank you for that warm introduction, and just to reiterate a little bit about my background so you can understand where I came from, I just wanted to take a minute, if that's okay,
Please.
Mr. Chair, to
Absolutely.
talk a little bit about that. So it has certainly been a privilege to serve in the town in which I was born and raised in. I started as an on-call firefighter in 1998, came up through the ranks in that department and served there for just shy of 28 years. The last 10 and a half as the chief of that department and the emergency management director. I'm very proud of the department and the accomplishments, that we made there, and met a lot of great people. And that town has certainly shaped me as the fire chief and the person I am today. Some of it good, some of it a little rough around the edges, if you will. And I became very concerned with the stability of that town, the direction it's going in. And when this opportunity in Londonderry presented itself, I was very excited, especially the more I looked into Londonderry, learned about the town itself, the opportunities here, and the fire department, and the wonderful people that you have working for this town. As I learned more and more about it, it only increased my desire to want to come here and serve as your fire chief. I am extremely humbled by the trust placed in me by Town Manager Mulholland in recommending my appointment, and by the Town Council confirming that appointment. I am humbled and honored, and will do everything I can to live up to the expectations that you have of me. I hope to get right up to speed, which your staff has been super with. The administration over there at the fire department has been working with me over the last few weeks to bring me up to speed of all the various projects that you have going on, and we hope to really hit the ground running and take this fire department that's an excellent fire department and push it towards absolute excellence. I am certainly thankful again for the all the years served in the Orange Fire Department, and everything that the people there did for me. They're very supportive, even knowing that I'm leaving that department. I think I've left it in a better place. They're very supportive of the move. I'm very thankful for that, but I look forward to the new start here. I can't reiterate enough the wonderful folks that you have working at that fire department. There are a bunch of outstanding professionals that care very deeply about this town and about their service to the citizens, and that's one of the things that excited me the most about this opportunity. So I cannot wait to work alongside with all of these folks over here and make sure that we're providing the best service that we possibly can to the citizens of Londonderry. And most importantly, I want to thank the people sitting right back there, my family. My wife, Gloria, of over 23 years, has been with me for kind of the whole ride. It's been a little bumpy along the way, but she's been with me the whole ride. My oldest son, Dylan, can't be here today, unfortunately. He has a mandatory day at the Massachusetts Fire Academy starting his career in the fire service. My son, Gavin, 17 years old, my daughter, Jaylene, and my youngest, Preston, who is 10. Sorry, Jaylene's 12. But I was so happy that they could be here and share this moment with me. And we look forward as a family to relocating to the southern New Hampshire community and becoming part of everything great that you have going on up here. So again, on behalf of myself, my family, the department, thank you so much for the warm welcome, and I look forward to working with each of you to make this a better place.
Excellent. Thank you.
Gloria, come on up for a second. Come on now.
Treat her with
Come on now.
flowers.
On behalf of the Londonderry Fire Department and Local 3160, we want to give you these flowers, and then the union pulled out some shirts for the kids to take home. So there's 4 here, and you guys can have those. So we just want to welcome you to our family in our town.
We could get a picture with you up here.
Absolutely.
Come on up. Yeah, we're great friends.
Can I get you guys in them a little bit more towards the middle? Come on over. Thank you.
You'd understand if you were a woman.
All right, up next, I want to recognize Acting Fire Chief Phil LeBlanc. Ted.
Thank you, Chair. I have before me Resolution 2026-02, a resolution relative to recognition of Deputy Chief Phil LeBlanc for his service as Acting Fire Chief. Whereas Deputy Chief Phil LeBlanc has faithfully served the town of Londonderry Fire Department with professionalism, integrity, and unwavering commitment to public safety. And whereas on November 21st, 2025, Deputy Chief LeBlanc assumed the responsibilities of Acting Fire Chief during a period of transition within the fire department. And whereas during his tenure as Acting Fire Chief, Deputy Chief LeBlanc provided steady and effective leadership, endured the continued delivery of critical emergency services, and upheld the highest standards of service to the residents of Londonderry. And whereas his leadership, dedication, and support of department personnel have fostered teamwork, operational readiness, and continued focus on the safety and well-being of the community. Whereas the town council, town manager, town staff, and the citizens of Londonderry are sincerely grateful for Deputy Chief LeBlanc's willingness to serve in this expanded capacity and for the professionalism and excellence with which he has carried out these additional responsibilities. Now therefore be resolved by the Town Council of the Town of Londonderry that it hereby extends its deepest appreciation to Deputy Chief LeBlanc for his exemplary service as Acting Fire Chief and acknowledges his leadership, support, and dedication to the Town of Londonderry. Thank you.
Please come up. Yeah, absolutely. Hold on.
Okay?
Don't get too comfortable in your chairs tonight, no. All right. Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it.
Sure. Yeah, go ahead.
I just want to say to our great fire department that's standing here supporting our new fire chief, Deputy LeBlanc, I want to thank the men and women. You guys are amazing. I appreciate everything you do and look forward to seeing you guys. Not when I'm in bed giving the big one, but come on. I'll stop in. Thank you for everything you guys do.
Thank you. Up next, it is with great privilege I also get to honor some Leadership Londonderry recipients tonight. A program is very dear to my heart that I was a graduate of also, so very happy to see it continue on. So Polly Ann and Mark wanted to say a couple words. Did you want to say anything? Or you? Okay.
I had the pleasure of working with Polly Ann for 20 years. We started this program, and not sure we expected to see 250-some people go through it in that period of time. It's a great learning experience for our residents, our fellow citizens and taxpayers, in getting an in-depth orientation to how we govern ourselves here in Londonderry, New Hampshire.
Well, actually, we started 23 years ago, so now he's only had 20 good years. But
We won't talk about the other three.
actually, there were 3 years when we didn't have a class, so he's accurate. No, we certainly are proud to be able to have certificates presented to each of the class members for completing the program. You're joining a group of really wonderful citizens and contributors to our community. We hope that those who may be tuning in or have knowledge of the program will consider signing up for the next program. We really want to continue to make sure that people are well educated about how our town and school government work and get an opportunity to meet the department heads and committee chairs for other volunteer opportunities. We expect you to take this privilege and use it to serve in the community, to use reason, and to use respect, because Londonderry is the best town. So the certificates are here, and they're going to be announced, and we'd like each of the class members to come up and receive them. And then please stay up here because we're going to take a group photo.
So as Polly Ann said, I'm going to read off your name. If you come up, I'm going to hand you your certificate, and then if we could take a group photo at the end. David Baldwin.
Nope.
Stephanie Bocher. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Stephen Bocher. Congratulations.
I think there are a couple.
Jody Clement. Congratulations.
I think that we'll want this to.
Brian Crowley. Congratulations.
No, you're good.
Gary Della Granta. Della Grata. Okay. Doug Demente. Congratulations. Appreciate it. John Fate. Timothy Goldstone. Joshua Houghton. Congratulations. Kevin Macarelli. Jeremy Miller. Congratulations. Nick Mills. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate you. Denise Nash. Congratulations. Christine Polanco. Get that right? Is that close? Congratulations. Lizani? Maura Ryan? Congratulations.
Thanks.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm short. I got a short skirt.
It's a good class. Harry Schwartz? Congratulations.
Sure.
Appreciate it. Diane Sizemore? And last but not least, Tanya Souther? Okay. Want to take your picture? Photo with it? Sure. No?
Well, I think you should get one of,
you're gonna get them all in.
I think you should get one of the whole class first.
Yeah, get the whole class.
Get the class first. There's little ones in front,
We'll do two rows.
Okay.
and then later you can pop it.
Come on, come on. No, no. And hold your certificates open. Okay.
Yes.
Are we still too wide?
You guys need to either get in the picture, the three of you, or out of the picture.
Yeah,
One of the
that's
two.
I'll go this way.
Shoulder to shoulder?
Yeah. It's okay.
I'm sorry if my hand wanders.
There we go. It's my arm in the way.
Well, yeah. No,
No, you're good, good.
perfect, thank you.
All right, can we get the council on?
Yeah? Yeah, well, how about if we
There's
kneel
one
in
up.
the front, just like Aaron?
Down in front.
I think I charged my camera before this. All right, let's see. Okay. Everybody smile, look at me. Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Good job, Nick. I'm sorry.
Please pay your,
Blame Danny, not my hand.
your spouses or significant others who realize that the time you gave to the class, you took time from when you could be with others.
Thank you, Nick.
Please thank them.
Thanks. Thank you. Excellent.
Congratulations.
It's the fun part of the job.
You're welcome.
It's not bad.
Stick around.
All right, up next, we have one more special presentation. Lynn Wiles.
Very special presentation tonight, so. Good evening, everybody. Lynn Wiles, I am the chairman of the Energy Subcommittee, part of the Londonderry Utilities Committee. We've been working on a community choice aggregation program now for a couple of years, and we're at a point where we're looking at an April implementation date. We have a couple things going on this week that I think is going to engage the public more. You might be getting some questions, so I'm giving you a timeline just to let you know what's going on. Okay? So the CCA program, the Community Choice Aggregation Program, once again, it's a program that really puts the town in a competitive position to bid against Eversource for electric supply, not for delivery, but for the supply portion of your bill. And this program has been in the works for probably 2 years. We finally got into a position where we can save the town some money, and that's why we're going forward with it. So back on January 15th, we executed a supply agreement through Freedom Energy Logistics, our aggregation partner, and the agreement was signed up for 0.09539573 cents per kilowatt hour, which is about 15% lower than what the Eversource incumbent rate is. Not a lot of money, perhaps, but we're looking at probably saving the average customer $10 to $12 a month. Across the community, we're probably looking at saving the community $1 million a year, a little bit more than that. So it was the time to move forward. January 16th, we informed the PUC that we were moving forward with the program. Per the RSA, that's a requirement, fulfilling the 45-day notice. February 16th, last week, we put together a frequently asked questions video. Myself and the CEO of Freedom Logistics, Energy Logistics, did that over at the Cable TV Center. As of tonight, I believe that's up on the town website. At the end of this week, February 20th, we're going to have the Londonderry CCA website up and running, and that'll be managed through Freedom Energy Logistics, but it will have a link on the town website to that, and that's going to be the primary way that customers can communicate with the town on the program. You know, Freedom Energy is really doing the heavy lifting with that, so that's happening this week. Also happening this week is the opt-out postcard is being mailed. As you're aware, this is an opt-out program. You're automatically opted in unless you choose to opt out. And I think that's going to generate some questions, which I think is once again why I'm up here to let you know where we're at. March 1st is when the consumers can start doing the opt-out if they so choose. March 7th, we have a public information session scheduled for 10 a.m. in the Londonderry High School cafeteria. That's a Saturday morning. March 31st is the close of the opt-out period, and we're launching the program April 1st with your April meter read date in April, but April 1st being the first day. So things are happening. I think we have a couple things coming out this week that are going to perhaps generate some questions, generate some interest. Thank you to the Londonderry Times for running the article last week. I think that was a good primer to let people know what's happening with this. And I think we're moving forward, not too far away. Happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for Lynn? Good.
So Lynn, if you are not with Eversource but with one of these other suppliers, you still have to opt out?
No, you have to terminate your current contract if you're with another third-party supplier.
Okay.
And that's one of the frequently asked questions we discussed. Sometimes these third-party contracts have some cancellation fees, and we want people to understand that they need to read the fine print before they choose to join this program.
So if you're with another third party other than Eversource, you don't have to worry about opting out?
That's correct. You won't get a card.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
This is only directed right now at Eversource customers.
All right. And is this rate still cheaper than the other firms out there?
So there's, trying to say this and not get myself in trouble, there is really one other primary competitor, and they've been having some issues, and their current rates are significantly higher than the Eversource incumbent rate.
Okay.
And it seems like that may be the case for the foreseeable future with them.
So it's worth looking into what your rate is, even though you have a third supplier,
Yep.
other than Eversource. Look at that rate and look at what this rate is going to be offered to you.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
Some of the third-party suppliers out there, you read some of their business tactics, and they'll give you a really cheap rate, or they'll give you a cash American Express card or something like that to sign up.
Right.
But after 3 or 6 months, their rates, get built at a different structure, and
Yep.
if you don't check it, if you forget to check it, you're paying more.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
And just want to clarify for people at home that this does not affect anyone with a solar system on their home, as they have to go directly through Eversource, correct?
So, yeah, solar's the kind of an odd thing because this program has no way to buy excess power If you're generating more than you use, there's no way you can sell that back into this program.
Right.
So for the most part, if you have a solar array in your yard or on your roof, you're not going to take advantage of this program.
No, because when you do produce more energy, you actually make out when the rates are higher.
Right.
Any other questions for Lynn? Thank you for all your hard work on this, Lynn.
Yep. And as we get closer to April, I'll come back and just let you know where we're at, just to remind everybody where we're at. Great. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, I will open public comment.
Just come up.
Come on. Yep, come on. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, again.
Yeah.
My question is for...
Just say your name and address.
Harry Schwartz, resident, 26 Sheffield Way.
Thank you.
Is there a penalty for switching from Eversource to a competitor, number one? And number two, during a service call, say power is lost, would the customers that are switching to the new service call Eversource for the issue, or would they call another number?
So Eversource is still your contact. And what was your first question was?
Is there a penalty for switching?
There's no penalty because you opt in, you can opt out.
Okay.
So you either have to opt out of the program and go back to Eversource, or you stay in this program.
Okay, I understand.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep.
Mr. Chair, can I just speak to that real quick?
Oh, please.
For any of these questions that you folks have, Lynn mentioned the video that he said. Our cable services department did an excellent job taking that and breaking it down with timestamps for each of the frequently asked questions. So if you go to the video, you'll be able to click on the question that you want the answer to and go straight to that portion of the video. They did a phenomenal job jumping in and breaking that up. So I just wanted to let you guys
Video is
know
very
that
well
that's
done,
available.
so.
You don't have to watch the whole 18 minutes. You can just get your individual questions answered.
Anybody else in public comment? Good evening, Maura.
Good evening.
Maura Ryan, 2 Snowberry Hollow. Just a quick question. I know I've asked a couple of times about the decision to not implement the optional disabled veterans tax credit in December. Is there any more news on that? Because I haven't heard anything and I haven't received anything, so it's been a while.
I don't have any update for you right now. We're working with the lawyers on it.
Okay. Is there an estimated time frame?
No.
No? Okay. And then the only, actually, you know what? That's fine. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else with public comment? Come on up. Good evening. How are you?
Fantastic, Mr.
Excellent.
Chair. How are you?
Good.
Jeff Penta, 30 Holstein Ave. So good evening. I want to briefly remind residents that the draft of the 2026 master plan remains available for public review. And we currently are in the public comment period. The draft, again, as a reminder, reflects 18 months of work by the Master Plan Steering Committee in partnership with the Southern Hampshire Planning Commission and input from nearly 1,400 residents across town. We've already held the planning board presentation earlier this month, and we are now in the most important phase, hearing directly from the community with this plan. The master plan, as a reminder, is not a zoning change. It's a long-range policy guide that helps inform future decisions related to land use, housing, infrastructure, economic development, conservation, and fiscal responsibility. The themes we heard clearly from residents to date include preserving Londonderry's character and agricultural heritage, planning for responsible, balanced growth, protecting natural resources, expanding housing choices thoughtfully, and maintaining strong municipal services. The final public hearing and anticipated adoption of this plan is scheduled for the March 4th Planning Board meeting. So I strongly encourage residents to review the draft and submit feedback through the online feedback form. This plan will guide the decisions of this community for the next decade. Your voice matters in shaping that direction. So thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else in public comment?
Well, I'd like to just say,
Oh, please.
to echo what Mr. Penta just said. This is really important for residents to put their input in. I'm one of those people who say you get a golden ticket. So you show up to a meeting, you do something, you take part in a survey, you go and vote. That's getting a golden ticket. That, to me, gives you the right to kind of be upset at things. If you don't participate and you don't try to work to make change the way you want it in your community, this is your town. You're sculpting it. Shame on you, because you really have to step up and do something. Just to sit on the sidelines and complain on the computer doesn't really make any changes. It doesn't really matter. What matters is showing up, doing the surveys, and going out to vote. And that's all. So what
Okay,
Jeff
well.
said is really important for people to understand. This is the time for them to be heard.
Anybody else?
Thank you for doing that, Jeff.
Anybody else in public comment? Ann, come on up. Good evening.
Hello, Ann Champa, 28 Wedgwood. Could you just, could Mr. Penta just say when the last day we can comment? I know it's coming before the planning board on the 4th of March. But when's the last day that the public can?
February 28th.
Oh,
February
there you go.
28th. Okay, I didn't hear that.
Thank you.
28th. Got it down.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank all of you.
Anybody else in public comment? Seeing none, I will close public comment. Tonight we have 2 resignations. We have John Grennan from the zoning board, and we have Laura Hazier from Beautify Londonderry. So I will accept the motion to accept John Grennan's resignation.
So moved.
Motion from Deb.
Second.
Second from Ted. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Chair votes in the affirmative. I will accept the motion to accept Laura's resignation from Beautify Londonderry.
So moved.
Motion from Ted.
Second.
Second from Deb. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Chair votes in the affirmative. Thank you both for your service to the town. We appreciate it. We have a few appointments tonight. For Recreation Commission, we have Michael Bartlett. He interviewed for this position back in November of 2025, and then so we've already heard from him, and he is interested in the 3-year full member Recreation Commission.
I'll move to appoint Michael Bartlett to a 3-year term as a full member of the Recreation Commission.
I have a motion from Dan.
Second.
Second from Ted. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Chair votes in the affirmative. We also have Denise Nash that applied for the Heritage and Historic District Commission. Denise interviewed with us back in November of 2025 and has requested the Heritage Commission that was suggested by the council.
I'll move to appoint Denise Nash to a 3-year term as an alternate member of the Heritage Historic District Commission.
I have a motion from Dan.
Second.
Second from Ted. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Chair votes in the affirmative. We have one more appointee tonight. Old Home Day Board of Directors, Caitlin Moore. And
Caitlin Morgan.
Caitlin, did she,
And she is here, so.
would you like to come up and say anything? Or, oh.
Come on up.
Yeah, yes, come on up. It says,
I am hard of hearing, so
oh. No. Just say a couple words and then we'll see if the council has any questions.
All right. My name's Kaylin Moore. I have lived here since I was 7 years old, so 22 years now. I met my husband here, and we have our kids here through the school system. I don't think I've missed a single Old Homes Day since 2004,
Awesome.
so I'm really excited that they reached out.
Excellent.
And
I'm excited you reached out because we need help on this committee. So,
We do need help.
is there any questions from the council?
I think it's
Yeah,
I think it's just great that you've been living here since you're 7.
Yes.
You've been going to Old Home Day. Now you want to help out. I
Yes.
think that's amazing.
I think your experience on the Rotary and as well with the great success that you guys have also had on the suitcase project will
Yes.
really bring a big light to the Old Home Day Committee, and as well I think your connections on the Rotary will help bring more connections into Old Home Day. Let's hope.
I agree. We really like
Yeah.
helping out the town. We're very proud of our town.
Yeah.
So I will motion to approve Kaylin Moore to the Old Home Day Board of Directors.
A motion from Ted.
Second.
Second from Dan. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Chair votes the affirmative. Congratulations, and
Thank you.
see the clerk when you get a chance, okay?
Sounds good.
Thank you. Up next, discuss and approve expenditure of $18,000 from the Expandable Maintenance Trust Fund. Mr. Wally.
Sorry, duty is calling there.
That's all right.
All right. Thank you, Dave Wally, Director of Public Works. I come before you tonight for the third winter maintenance request for an expenditure of $18,000 of the Expendable Maintenance Trust Fund for the purpose of paying plow bills for municipal facilities for the town of Londonderry. This one is not going to be the last one, sadly. Usually we get 3 of these a year, and that covers it, but as you know, we've got probably some tomorrow and looking at something this weekend, so this is my third $18,000 request.
Any questions for Dave?
No.
Can you just turn the tap off upstairs?
I wish I could find it. Yes, that would be great.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Oh, you gonna read this whole
Yeah,
thing?
we get it.
We have our silly thing we got to read now.
Yes, read
That's
that.
right.
Yep.
Do you have a copy of it?
No, I don't.
You want to read that?
Sure. Motion, where are we? Move that the London Town Council hereby approves Order 2026-04 and directs the trustees of the trust fund to disperse $18,000 from the Expendable Maintenance Trust Fund for winter maintenance of town facilities.
Have a motion from Ted.
Second.
Second from Dan. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Chair votes in the affirmative.
Thank you.
Thank you. Up next, discuss and schedule a public hearing for March 2nd regarding municipal code, public health, safety, welfare, and emergency management plan.
Thank you very much,
Yeah.
Mr. Chair. So as you know, we've been working on going through the code and removing provisions and replacing provisions that may not fall under the way that New Hampshire law and the charter dictates that we should be constructing our code. And one of those things is that currently Chapter 10 of Title 4 of the Municipal Code is our emergency management plan. Without going into tons of historical detail, this was first put in there in April of 2002, and then it was last updated in 2017, which means it is already outdated. So the plan needs to be updated, first of all. Second of all, because of the sensitive nature of an emergency management plan, it does not make sense to have it in the code. Emergency management plans deal with all kinds of emergencies, from the mundane to the extreme, from flooding to terrorism. And there's security concerns with having that plan out there. Please note that this, when we're talking about an emergency management plan, this isn't a plan for what citizens should be doing in the case of an emergency. This is a highly technical, highly specific series of actions that the town is required to spell out that it will take in the case of these things in order to fulfill a number of state and federal requirements. So we're proposing and requesting that you schedule a public hearing on March 2nd and that we rescind this from code and then begin the process, the administrative process of updating it with the partnership of Chief Young.
Any questions?
Need a motion?
I'm sorry, that should say March 2nd, not
Yeah.
March 16th.
All right. I'll move that the Londonderry Town Council hereby schedules a public hearing for March 2nd, 2026 at 7 p.m. at the Londonderry Town Hall to receive public input and take action to repeal Chapter 10 of Title 4 of the Municipal Code entitled Emergency Management Plan.
Have a motion from Dan.
Second.
Second from Ted. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Chair votes in the affirmative.
Thank you very much.
Up next, we have old business. Discuss and approve the proposed purchasing policy. Since Sean is not here, does anybody have any further questions on it or any further discussion? Go ahead.
Of course I do.
Please, go ahead.
I'd just like to discuss this policy a little further. As you know, last time I invoked council privilege due to back and forth with counselors and attorneys, and I asked that all that back and forth, I'd like to see it. I have not seen it. It's been 2 weeks. So I did a little research, and I've come up with several items of concern on this purchasing policy. So TC 910, last updated in 2013, which is the existing policy. It's outdated and does not meet the standards for a modern purchasing policy. And I'm all for upgrading our policies. I mean, we have stuff that's, really needs to be addressed. The proposed policy does not rectify those issues. Federal grant language that should be in purchasing policies, RFQ process, the RFI process, the bid bond provisions, insurance requirements, protest solicitations, vendor suspensions and debarment, computer-related purchases and software in particular, purchasing agent provisions, binding process, property disposition, notice of award for projects, bid or RFP specifications. So Admin 110 has those provisions. However, Admin 110 is not ready either. I've reviewed that one. It still needs more work and more staff input. We should wait and do this right the first time instead of rushing in to make changes that only provide potential half solutions. Ethics provisions should be in one place, not 4 or 5, like we have in different policies. That is why we are developing a new ethics code where all the provisions will be in one place. The Council of Faber's policy has different ethics provisions than the other policies and is not consistent with the new draft of ethics codes. This proposed policy does not follow best practices. Staff was not involved in the development and review of this policy. When I look at other policies that the town manager has put together, he's put together a process where he has put these policies out to staff. We've gotten them ourselves on the town council, and we've been able to comment. The staff has been able to comment. That is not the case here. I mean, I'm looking at it and I'm going, all right, there's back and forth going to the attorney. I don't know what those are. So the policy was not tested, which I think needs to be tested to determine how it will actually work and what unintended consequences may result from it. When you look at a purchasing policy, we have so many different departments. It's going to impact every department differently. Police might look at it and go, yeah, we have an issue with this, this, and this. Can we address those issues? And fire and, DPW. Public policy development should follow a methodical process and done carefully without trying to rush through it as we have done in this case. We should wait, combine the provisions of Admin 110 and set the include and restrictions the council feels are needed. I look at what we've been doing recently, Mr. Chair, and I'm really concerned the direction that the council is going. We have told the town manager, you need to come to the council before you expend X amount of dollars. Okay? So at the last meeting, the town manager requested funding for MRI to conduct an internal investigation. I made the motion to approve those funds. It was seconded. Nobody on the council asked how much money. I thought that was the whole point of saying, we want to know. Nobody asked. He had another one of $600 for software. $600, he explained it. Then, town manager presented a multi-year contract, multi-year, through 2030 for consulting from Whitney Consulting Group for the town assessor. I made a motion to approve that. Nobody, again, asked about it. But we constantly attack him. Well, we want to know about these contracts. Well, here are two perfect examples where motions were made, nothing was discussed, and the council approved it. I feel that this whole purchasing policy is also targeting certain individual because they do business with the town. And I think that this whole purchasing policy needs to be put off. We need to look at what the town manager is putting together as far as Admin 110. Let it be vetted by department heads. Let them look at it and say, okay, what are the issues? Do you have any issues with this? Let the council look at it. I mean, I look at the purchasing policy with the school department. When they did it out in public like this. They discussed it, and they said, all right, let's talk about this policy. We're not doing that. We're doing this behind the scenes with a couple counselors, with the attorney, not involving the rest of us. I don't know how you guys feel about this. What's your thoughts?
We had a public hearing,
Yeah?
so we didn't do it behind closed doors. It was in public.
Well, I say behind closed doors, Mr. Chair, because when you have a counselor discussing this with the attorney, and I brought this up last time, all right? If I'm asking the attorney, and I'm spending the town money, and say, Mr. or Mrs. Attorney, I have a question about this policy, and would this work? That question should go to every counselor here. That response should come to every counselor so that nobody else, says, oh, I'm going to ask that question too. The question's been asked. We know where it's going. That's what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not talking about the public hearing. I'm talking about what I brought up last time, and I said, I want to see those, emails back and forth. Been 2 weeks. I don't know if as a counselor, if I have to 91A this.
We also did put off the vote for a month, almost a month and a half, so the two could work together, so Sean and John could work together.
Right.
To work on this policy.
Right. And the reason I brought that up last time is because when I looked at the legal line expense for that month of almost $7,000 on this policy.
Which, just so the public knows, that is not the total amount.
No.
That's not the amount that was spent on it.
Well, those are the things that I pulled out, and I can go over those line by line with you. I asked you a couple weeks ago. I would be more than happy to sit down with you and discuss this purchasing policy and tell you what my issues are. And that hasn't happened. So we are here tonight. I'm bringing it out. And I've brought out, and I also read a response from our attorney on December 12th that raises a lot of concerns about this purchasing policy. And those concerns that she's brought up, I have not seen any response of what's going on. So if she's raising these concerns and I have these other concerns, that's what I'm bringing up.
Okay. Any further discussion?
And I would assume that the town manager and Councilor Faber would not have brought this for us to vote upon if it was not approved by our attorney to move ahead with.
Well, I want to point out that the last meeting, town manager said this is not ready.
Correct.
It
The
needs
town-
more work.
Town manager did not bring this forward. This was an agenda request from Counselor Faber, which is why his name is on the cover sheet, and which is why he has been turned to speak to this. And Town Manager Mulholland made that very clear in the two meetings where this has been discussed about his thoughts and opinions on the policy as it stands before you today.
I mean, when I've been sitting in these meetings, I've been hearing back and forth, and some progress has been made, Ted, okay? But we're not there yet. I mean, to me, why approve a policy that's not been vetted by our department heads that we pay all this money and, you know, they're experts in it, working with this, and it hasn't been vetted by the council. We haven't seen it have an opportunity to give feedback. So that's where I stand with it.
And our public hearing, we didn't have a public hearing. We did, but then you invoked councilor privilege, and we didn't have the people talk, even though people showed up, if you remember correctly.
We did end up having one, though. We scheduled one, we postponed it, and then we actually had one.
I don't remember it that way, Ron.
Okay.
And I could be wrong. I didn't think this was going to come into that part of the discussion, or I would have wrote down the dates, but I think that's incorrect. And I haven't seen the full thing altogether. I haven't seen the changes. No one has reached out to me about anything, asked me any questions about any of it. And yes, there is something in this document, I will fully disclose it, I have no problem, that comes after pulling the legal notices out of the Londonderry Times, which is fine. If the Londonderry Times is not the best bid and is not the best paper for the legal notices, then that's fine. We went through a process with the town manager, and we bidded and came out to be the best resource for the town. And that is why it is. I don't control how many ads. I don't go calling them up and going, hey, run an ad with the paper. No. It's by state statute that they've got to run these legal notices. I don't control how big or small they are. They tell me to put them in. I put them into the size that is appropriate to be readable for people. You're talking very small amounts of money, and I can't go. So I had to put it out there because it is me, because I am the paper, even though I don't handle that. My daughter does. And so that is out there. So I find it to be an attack on me. As everyone knows, it's a very contentious relationship between me and Mr. Faber. I feel it was rushed. You are now going to burden the new council, if there is one. I don't know. You don't know the outcome of that election. And we're going to burden them with having to relook at this if we do it wrong, to have to redo it again. Instead of saying, here's all the things we've gotten, here's what we're going to do, and keep moving it forward. I find it funny that 2 years sitting on the council, Mr. Faber, Mr. Traffic, this is the only thing he brought forward, and it directly comes after me. So yes, it is personal. And I think it's disgusting. And not even to say it, to hide like a coward.
I just want to add that I think that we have a process with this new town manager of updating policies, and I think we should follow that process. And this does not follow that process.
Any further discussion? All right, based on what Counselor invoked privilege, we have to take a vote tonight. So I will accept a motion to accept the purchasing policy that we have in front of us tonight.
I hereby move that the Londonderry Town Council hereby rescinds ADM-910 purchasing policy and adopts the document entitled Purchasing Policy.
I have a motion from Ted. I will second it for a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Opposed.
Opposed.
Deb and Dan are opposed. Chair votes in the affirmative. Motion fails. All right. Up next, approval of consent items. I will accept the motion to accept the consent items.
So moved.
A motion from Ted. I have a second.
This is motion to
This is on the
approve
consent items,
the
yes.
minutes.
Where are they?
I'll second it.
I'll second it. This is not controversial, guys.
no, I'm trying to
All those in
find-
favor of approving the consent items, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Chair votes in the affirmative.
I'm sorry.
Now we have, up
Counselors,
next, we have,
Can we get a clear vote on that? Our minutes person needs to
trying to
know,
find the
needs to hear
consent.
exactly what everybody
Sorry?
votes.
Where is it?
I couldn't hear what she said.
So on the consent agenda, can we get a vote where we can hear the vote from
so
everybody?
on the
please?
consent agenda, it was 4-0.
Thank you.
Now, we're going to review some non-public minutes.
What's this one?
This is when-
All right. Got it.
Ron, on the first page, they
Yep.
spelled my name wrong.
Okay. Can we let the record show that Ted's name is spelled wrong? Can you fix that?
On the motion,
Anybody need more time? All right, I will accept the motion to accept the non-public minutes.
so moved.
Motion from Ted,
As amended.
as amended.
You want to pass these down? We have to give them
sorry.
back.
Yeah, we have to vote first. I need a second.
Oh, second, I'm sorry.
A second from Deb. All those in favor say aye.
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 Any opposed? Chair votes in the affirmative.
Dan?
There are two sets? Or one?
You need two motions, or?
Is there another set?
There's just one that I see.
Okay.
Yep. She just needs them back.
That's the only one, right?
Yep, there's only one that I know of. All right, up next, we have liaison reports. Any liaison reports tonight?
I do.
Okay, go.
I have the library. As we know, the library. So I asked Donna for an update today. So the pre-construction authorization has been signed. Town has not been invoiced for pre-construction services costs yet. Several subcontractors are scheduled to be on site this week, including the exterior envelope consultant. We have a call scheduled with REARC tomorrow to discuss the mold testing scope, and we're expecting to receive the full contract from REARC this week. Things are moving right along, and we hope to get this project done
Excellent.
in a timely manner.
We want it back open, so yes, that would be great. Any liaison reports, Deb, or are you good? You good, Ted?
Trying to schedule the airport director to come in to make a presentation to us. He's hoping to come in for potentially March 2nd, but
Okay.
he's unsure at this time, but he will get back to me.
If he does, I will put him first, okay? So he doesn't have to wait. Deputy Town Manager report.
Bear with me.
Yep.
So I am going to be covering, obviously, for Sean as well.
Yeah.
So he's asked that the February 11th memorandum for record regarding the deliberative session remarks by Counselor Paul regarding the HR department be read into the record this evening. So if you'll bear with me as I read that. The purpose of this memorandum for record is to ensure that accurate and complete information is provided to the town council, budget committee, and the voters of Londonderry in advance of the March 10th, 2026 town election. During the February 7th, 2026 deliberative session, several statements and questions were raised by Councilor Paul regarding the Human Resources Department and warrant Articles 18 and 19. Given that voters will act on these articles, it is important that the governing body, Budget Committee, and the public have fact-based information grounded in documented operational data and legal guidance. This memorandum references and incorporates the February 9, 2026 memorandum that the town manager asked be prepared by Human Resources Director Tara Koza. Workforce growth and organizational impact. A 5-year workforce analysis, January 2021 through January 2026, reflects measurable growth and increased complexity in personnel administration. Total active staff increased from 196 to 224 employees. That's an additional 28 employees of about 14.29%. Full-time employees increased from 164 to 188. Per diem seasonal temporary staff increased from 10 to 16. In addition to 224 active employees, the Human Resources Department administers health and dental benefits for 62 retirees and supports approximately 24 seasonal employees annually, resulting in a service base of approximately 310 individuals. This growth directly increases workload in payroll processing, benefit administration, onboarding and offboarding, leave management, compliance, labor relations, and employee relations matters. Timing of the staffing request. The HR director assumed the role in fall of 2023. The March 2024 budget cycle occurred shortly thereafter. It was reasonable and responsible not to request structural changes before sufficient operational data had been gathered. The subsequent budget season, fall of 24 through March of 25, coincided with significant leadership instability during which the town operated under 3 different town managers. Organizational focus during that period was stability, continuity, and successful negotiation of 5 union contracts. Following stabilization of executive leadership in June of 25, discussions occurred regarding how HR workload, risk exposure, and sustainable staffing. The recommendation for 2 part-time positions was developed methodically, aligned with operational need, and designed to provide a fiscally measured solution. This was part of a larger town-wide assessment of personnel needs for ensuring year as well as the next 5 years. The suggestion that the matter was allowed to sit does not reflect the context of leadership transition, budget timing, or prudent administrative review. Operational workload and scope. Calendar year 2025 activity included 44 new hires, that consisting of 25 full-time, 1 part-time, 18 per diem seasonal and temporary, 51 employee separations, including 26 full-time, 1 part-time, 24 temporary and seasonal. Each hiring and separation event requires multi-step compliance, processing including recruitment, background checks, onboarding documentation, payroll setup, retirement system coordination, and benefit enrollment or termination. Additional core responsibilities include administration of FMLA, New Hampshire paid family medical leave, ADA accommodation, workers' compensation, short and long-term disability, and military leave, oversight of 7 distinct union contracts, labor negotiations, internal investigations and policy enforcement, mandatory CDL drug testing compliance, administration of retiree benefits, coordination of anti-harassment training for more than 210 participants, execution of 3 major modernization initiatives, which include townwide wage classification study, comprehensive job description overhaul, implementation of new HR information system, implementation of guardian tracking software, rewrite of multiple policies that were outdated and in many cases did not meet statutory requirements, labor-intensive hiring processes for a new town manager, fire chief, deputy DPW director, and cyber services director. Emergency services and public works operations run 24/7. HR support related to injuries, grievances, and compliance does not operate solely within a traditional 40-hour administrative schedule. The data demonstrates that workload intensity is driven by structural growth, legal mandates, and operational complexity, not perception. Reclassification of election workers. During the deliberative session, it was suggested that the transition of election workers from 1099 independent contractors to W-2 employees was created to add work. The HR Director's February 9 memorandum documents this change followed legal review and confirmed by town council, that being legal counsel. Legal guidance confirmed that election workers do not meet independent contractor standards under New Hampshire RSA 275-42, IRS Common Law Rules, or Fair Labor Standards Act. Because the town exercises direction and control over election workers, they must legally be treated as employees. Failure to do so exposes the town to potential audits, penalties, and back tax liability. The transition was therefore a compliance correction designed to mitigate legal and financial risks to the town, not an expansion of discretionary workload. Clarification regarding part-time positions. It was publicly suggested that 2 proposed part-time positions would likely escalate to full-time positions within a short time frame, thereby increasing costs to taxpayers. The February 9 memorandum clearly states that no such representation was made by the HR Director. The recommendation was specifically structured as 2 part-time roles based on current workload analysis and fiscal prudence. There may well be a need in the future for increasing one of these positions to full-time at some point. However, that would not be a priority considering the other staffing needs we have in the town. Cost of full-time employees with health and dental insurance and NHRS retirement contributions adds significantly to expenses with diminishing returns in this case. The HR department, along with other departments, needs to modernize its operations by digitizing and automating its functions. This will allow for efficiency and avoidance of cost of full-time personnel. Analysis will also need to be conducted to determine whether outsourcing some functions is appropriate instead of adding additional full-time staff. Projecting future full-time conversion was not part of the proposal presented to the council or budget committee. Professional integrity of the department. Comments made during deliberative session question what is wrong with the Human Resources Department. This documented record reflects a department managing measurable growth, complex compliance requirements, union negotiations, modernization initiatives, and 310 supported individuals with a staff of 2. The HR function is foundational to municipal operations. Its responsibilities directly affect legal compliance, fiscal stability, workforce morale, and operational continuity. It is important that discussions surrounding warrant articles focus on data, legal requirements, and documented workload rather than characterizations that could undermine professional credibility. In conclusion, as voters prepare to act on warrant articles 18 and 19 on March 10th, it's essential that deliberations be informed by accurate operational data and confirmed legal guidance. The staffing recommendation before the voters reflects measurable workforce growth and complexity, addresses documented compliance obligations, mitigates legal and financial risk, was developed following organizational stabilization and careful evaluation, and does not include any representation of automatic conversion to full-time positions. This memo is entered into the record to ensure the council, budget committee, and voters are equipped with fact-based information as they consider these articles. Respectfully, Town Manager Mulholland.
Anything further?
Thank you.
Any questions for Ms. Karen?
Well, I would just like to say one thing.
Absolutely, go ahead.
Thank you. I want to thank the town manager and the HR director for providing their memos. Their opinion and list of duties done during the year was greatly appreciated. But my role and responsibility is to ask questions, is to get as much information as possible out into the public. It's not personal. I'll continue to rely on the facts that I have and ask questions. Some people may look at this as criticism. It is not. It is just me doing my role that I feel I have to do as a counselor, and that is to continue to question everything to the best of my ability and gather as much factual information as possible. So that's what I had to say to
Okay.
that.
All right.
Thank you.
With that, I'll open public comment. Seeing none, I will close public comment. We are going to enter into a non-public session pursuant to RSA 91:A3(2)(B), discussion regarding the hiring of a public employee. I need a roll call vote.
Aye, Tecumseh.
I, Ron Dunn.
I, Dan Bouchard.
I, Deb Paul.
We're going to go into non-public, and we're not going to return here. So thank you all tonight. We appreciate you.